Yo, what's up, guys? It's Patrick Hammett here again. I hope y'all are enjoying those nice AMD profits. And for those who missed out, sorry, bud, but sometimes you should take advice more often. Anyways, what's up, guys? I'm just here today because I thought I'd make another recommendation video. Not really recommendation, but just like give you guys some opinions about what I think about this next hot stock that I think is really gonna boom. Actually, maybe two. So the first one is Canada Goose. So Canada Goose, they are from what I know, they are a online clothing store, and basically they sell really high-end clothing. And for example, this past winter here in New York City, if you live here, you saw all these like black jackets with like the like the fucking light brown fox fur or whatever it was. I don't know how you say that, fox fur, whatever. Anyways, and it had like a red circular logo around the bicep area. That was Canada Goose, and I literally saw these jackets like freaking everywhere, man. Like I saw them in the train, at school, at work, everywhere. And then I go online and I look them up, and they're like $700 jackets, and I'm like, $700? Like what the fuck, dude? Is it even worth it? And I did a little digging in, and apparently it's a company that's been around for quite a while. It's just that recently, I guess the son of the owner, so the grandson of the owner, took over the company, and he's making it profitable now, and he's changing things around, which is, I think it's cool, for them anyway. Anyways, so I checked out their balance sheet, and they're really profitable, man. Like they're turning in some, $100 millions, and I honestly, I think any company that has at least, has positive profit, I mean, that's just a good sign of growth. And also, let me check again, but I believe it was the last year that they just went public, and they freaking soared, man, in the fucking exchange. Let me show you. All right, let me look up Goose. That's their ticker symbol. It's a GOOS, Goose. Okay, so right now, at this point in time in this video, they are they're at 36.80 cents a share. So 36.80. And in the last year, they went up by 118.4%. So if you started out a year ago, they were at $17 a share, guys. Fucking $17 a share. And they fucking shot up to 36.80. That's ridiculous. That's just in a year. And if you look at it, well, Robinhood only gives you the option to look at 1 year or 5 year, but if you look at it in the last 5 years, but technically they didn't even open in the last 5 years. They opened up in like fucking a year ago or a year and a half ago. 104.44% overall, which is amazing. So if you had started out with them when they were in like the tens, you made some serious bank. But it's not too late. I mean, 36.80, that's a steal. Because if you do some digging in, you see how complicated their process is just to make a simple jacket. And I don't know about their spring collections. I still have to do some digging in to figure that out. I don't know how they'll do, with the non-winter stuff that they sell. But I think, for what they are right now, they're very profitable. And that's just good news when a company's profitable. Now, it's actually funny because they're really popular. Like a lot of people know who they are, and I think that also has to do something with the stock market. When the stock is getting really popular, I feel like people who do invest, just hear about it and then they just jump on board. And I think most of the time the stock market is kind of like an emotional game. It's not really anything. It doesn't really have anything to do with how a company is doing, really. I mean, just look at AMD. Like, they got billions of dollars back, yet they're still valued at like $11 a share. How is that possible? So it's because of either overvaluation or lack thereof. I mean, that's just my opinion, but you guys could argue with me all day, or not argue, but just have a discussion on this. I think it's interesting stuff. So that's number one. Number two, Glue Mobile. So Glue Mobile is a mobile gaming publisher that has multiple gaming studios that makes mobile games. So I believe they have a baseball game. I believe they have Diner Dash, this Kim Kardashian game, and then another game with Taylor Swift. So they have some games like that, and they have multiple studios. So why would you invest in them, and why is mobile gaming so cool? Mobile gaming, I mean, everybody has a phone, everybody's busy, they don't have time to game at home, they game a little bit like on their way to work or whatever. So even if it's just like micro pennies, they still get some amount of ad revenue from their games or from microtransactions in those particular games. And second, they just signed 2 big ass deals with WWE and Disney. Think about that for a minute. These are 2 big ass corporations. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, these guys, nobody knows who Glue Mobile is, man. Nobody fucking knows who they are, but me and you now. And they just signed 2 epic deals with 2 big ass companies. Disney is a big ass company. So they're expected to release those games maybe this year or next year. And they're a steal right now. They're like fucking 4.30 something. I think that's a steal. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh man, should I get into it? I think you should. They just released their quarter 1 earnings, I believe, today. And they made a little less than what was, I think it was a lot less than what they expected, but they're still profitable. They're still making money. So I think as long as the company is making some money, and nobody fucking knows about this company, then I think it's a steal. I think you should jump in. I mean, I jumped in when it was like 4.19, if I'm not mistaken, and they jumped up to 4.38. That's like in 2 weeks. So I think they have a pretty good growth rate right now. I don't know how the quarter earnings are going to affect it when tomorrow opens up. I'll probably let you guys know about it. But for now, I mean, I still am positive. Even if they go down a little bit, I'm not pulling out. I'm looking at it in the long term. Honestly, guys, looking at things in the long term benefits you so much. I mean, if you just invest in value and just avoid day trading, avoid swing trading, all that bullshit, you will save yourself so much stress. Like, you won't have to worry about, oh my god, is my stock going down? Like, I have to sell now. Like, no, you just chill out throughout the whole day. You chill out for weeks and months, and you go in and you're like, oh shit, I made like 20% over the last year. That's great, And not just that, but you're adding money and doing something that I like to call dollar cost averaging, and that's a general term. Look that up. And so when you do that, it's a lot cooler because you don't have to worry about pulling out. You don't have to worry about, oh geez, the stock gonna go down. I mean, do things. So basically, like, just do your research before buying and holding in the long term. Like, for AMD, like I spent countless hours like researching and figuring out what the fuck they're doing for the next year or so, and like they're doing some great shit, man. I mean, I literally, when Ryzen 2 came out, I was up all night before the market opened, and I was waiting for reviews to happen. Like, they were coming in slowly throughout the morning. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they all coming out at the same time? But they kept on coming, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, the first few were bad reviews, and I was like, shit, it's over. But then, like, I saw a turnaround, like, around 7 a.m., right before the market opened. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should stick. And I saw some articles come out, and it was pretty positive, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stay. I'm staying, bro. And this was at a point where AMD was just like this. They had gone down so much, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm gonna stay. And I did. I didn't buy more shares, I should have, but I stayed regardless. I had bought in when it was like 10.50, I believe, 10.40, if I'm not mistaken. And it shot up to like 11. Now it's at 11 point, I think 10 or something. Yeah. So, yeah, 11 point, let's check that. So, 11, not Robinhood, open up. Yeah, 11.15, imagine that. So bro, I made over the last week 10%, and I have a lot of equity in AMD. So think about that. That's so cool, like, to know that, you know, you did the work, and then you're seeing the return. Like, obviously I'm not working for them. I'm just like researching. I'm doing my due diligence. I basically did not go to sleep for like, you know, the 3 days before earnings report. I did not go to sleep. I was legit researching everything I could, watching political podcasts too, to see how like the trade war was affecting the stock market. I was, you know, researching politics, AMD itself, the gaming industry as a whole. I mean, it's just countless research, and that's why I'm buying and holding, because I know for a fact that I'm very confident with buying and holding AMD. So, guys, take it with a grain of salt, but you have to try to put your emotions past you and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, see this in the future. I did the research. This company's gonna grow, and I'm not gonna touch this for a while. And you know what's funny? When you read The Intelligent Investor, that's literally the main message of the whole book, is that, bro, you have to do everything exactly the opposite of what other people are telling you to do. It's insane. And I've been doing that for 2 weeks now, and it's been working, guys. It's legit been working. Now, I'm probably lucky because, you know, AMD had a really good run with Ryzen, or is running really well with it. So we'll see what happens with the other stocks. I only have two. I only have Glue and AMD. But as soon as I get some more paychecks, I'm gonna get into Goose, and I don't know, probably see what else is good. You know, I've been thinking, like, man, what's the point of a savings account? Like, why not put it in a mutual fund? You know, because the banks rob you so much. Like, basically what they do is they'll take your fucking money and then, like, put it in investment funds, bro, and then they get the interest off of that, of what you put in. So it's like, you could have done that on your own. You know what I mean? Of course you have more risk, but either way, it's like, come on, you could have done that and gotten way more gains than just the 0.01 or whatever they give you back at the end of the year, or like compounded, whatever it is. So anyways, guys, yeah, if you want to see a video on that, let me know, because I think that's interesting too. I'll try to find some more hot stocks and some good gut feelings. Look, I'm not always right, but you know, we're on a mission here. We're all on a mission here to make some money, and just become better people. Learn. I think this has been a whole journey this year so far. It's been a huge learning process. I hope it's the same for you guys. Please, please, please let me know if you want me to make any sort of video, anything really. I'm all ears. I'm here. I want to engage with you guys, and I'm not doing this, because I want to be a YouTube celebrity. I'm legit. I just legit enjoy like the stock market as well. I think it's interesting, and I think that it's pretty cool to see gains. Like I used to work out, man. I was like, oh, gains, like I got biceps now, right? But now gains for me, it's like, oh, money. Like I'm getting money. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Anyways, guys, peace and love. Get in touch with me. Comment down below. Subscribe. Shit like that. And hopefully I'll get some better equipment. This is just a pastime for me. I don't do this, YouTube gives you cents anyway, a bunch of pennies. So I'm doing this because I want to help you guys, and hopefully I learned something too from you guys. And that's the whole point, is for everybody here to learn from each other. So keep watching Rick Scribner, I think his name is, Financial Education, Ricky Gutierrez, all those guys, maybe even Tim Sykes, cool dudes online right now for like anything money wise. So I've been learning a lot from their videos, and just trying to break it down and actually experiment with their teachings, and also Robert Graham's teachings from The Intelligent Investor. Okay, guys, so peace and love, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, take it easy.